Hey, welcome to Danger Dolphin 102. This is Danger Dolphin 101 for the first time on my second channel. And this is just gonna be where stuff that doesn't entirely fit on my main channel goes. Not like there's really any rhyme or reason to my main channel anyway, but I just felt like having a second one. Stuff like behind the scenes, if I ever get around to doing that. And other just general stuff that wouldn't fit the vibe of my main channel, I don't know. But anyway, starting off, the quick review series is something that I've had one episode of on my main channel, which was on Wandersong, but I think I'm going to move it to here now, and for the second episode, I guess. I mean, it wasn't a series to begin with, but I want it to be now. But anyway, I'm reviewing Free Guy. Yeah. I'll just cut to the chase. It's like 3.5 stars, probably. Really, I just saw it because it was a Ryan Reynolds film, and I like Ryan Reynolds' humour, and it certainly was there, so I got what I was looking for, but just reviewing it in terms of being a film, it was okay, mostly. Special effects were amazing. The music, I don't remember what music there was. It was kind of forgettable. The writing in some parts was really clever. In other parts was kinda dumb. Taika Waititi as the big bad corporate man was probably my favourite part, just because he's amazing. And he does really well in the role, even though the role he's given isn't the most spectacular thing ever. But it is. But he does do very well in the part. And Ryan Reynolds as the main character, maybe? I don't know. Juggles like 6. Well, that's no exaggeration. It juggles like 3 characters as the main character constantly, and it's not like it's super easy to focus on them. It's not like it's done entirely well. It felt kinda disconnected at some parts, and just didn't really fit well with me. But yeah, jokes certainly were jokes. They were funny most of the time. Favorite ones were the ones mocking the game that it's part of. Oh yeah, I didn't do a briefing. I don't do like briefing of what it is in the quick review series. It's just I tell you what I thought of it, and that's it. Right. There were some questions about how, like, this city doesn't seem to be entirely massive, but like half the world seems to be playing the game, so I don't know how that works. MMOs in films just never seem to entirely make sense, but whatever. Yeah, the YouTuber and streamer cameos were actually much less cringy than I was expecting, so that was a nice surprise, and it was fun seeing the ones that I recognised, which was most of them. And, right. What else is there to say? There wasn't really any major points in it that I can latch onto. It's just a movie. It was a fun movie. I certainly enjoyed it. I was quite invested at some parts, and other parts I just couldn't care. Yeah. The ending did have a lot of convenience. Another thing, they managed to get the rights to like 2 big Disney things, but they couldn't get the rights to the portal gun. I don't know how they didn't manage to get those rights, but whatever. Yeah, 3.5 stars. Would recommend if you like Ryan Reynolds or Cyberpunk or GTA, I guess, because it's kind of like a mixture of those two. Yeah, the stuff in the real world was probably like at some points really weak, and other times best, quite uh, what's the I can't whatever, and yeah, uh, but yeah, okay. This is what you sign up for when you watch a series. But yeah, would recommend if you like Ryan Reynolds. I already said that, didn't I? Well, yeah, some of the like, and there was a lot of parts where like characters definitely should have been doing things, but they just weren't for some reason. Like, there are lots of times where characters just stand still and talk about what's just happened instead of like reacting to it. Which makes sense in the game, I guess, but it happens in the real world a couple times too, which is kind of odd. The characters, Guy was nice. Uh, the the duo in the real world, they were fine. Uh, Taika Waititi as Big Boss Man. No, that was the best part probably, and the other the NPCs in the game, they were alright, and just the players were there, I guess. I mean, they're background characters, they don't matter too much, but like, and there was a lot of convenience happening at the end. Like, the ending was filled with much too much convenience for me, and some of it doesn't make sense, but whatever. Yeah, 3.5 stars. Like Ryan Reynolds, it's for you, and that's it. That's all I have to say. This video is becoming very long for a quick review, but whatever. Just bye. Welcome to the second channel.